Good evening and welcome Nevada Camera Club members and guests to the Nevada Camera Club Electronic Image Virtual Competition for June 2021. Before we get started this evening, I'd like to pass along a few announcements. A reminder that the entry portal for the annual Open Electronic Image Competition closes on July 9th. So if you have entries for that, we'd love to see them and have them uploaded. Also on July 9th, we have a virtual program meeting featuring Canon product educator Jeff Leimbach. And this is an important one. Our July monthly electronic image competition has been delayed 1 week. Rather than being on the fourth Friday of the month this year, it will be on the fifth Friday of the month, which is July 30th. So you've got an extra week to come up with those great images for our July competition. This evening, our competition staff includes setup assistants from Stephen Cupp, Craig and Linda Hicks, and Juliana Stratton. The announcer is Linda Hicks. Our projectionist is Stephen Cupp. Our scorekeeper is Mary Sheets. And doing the merit reporting this evening is Craig Hicks. This evening, our judges are in Chair 1, Ron Frost. In Chair 2, Cindy Wilson. Chair 3, Rick Holmes. Chair 4, Harry Guman. And Chair 5, Jerome Hamilton. This evening, we had 18 members enter 52 images in 25 unique categories. Those of you who are involved in the judging, if you have not done so already, please turn off your ringers on your cell phones. And now here is your Nevada Camera Club Electronic Image Competition for June 2021. We will start with judges 1, 2, and 3. In abstract, we have advanced color abstract, zig and zag. Reveal. 8, 8, 7.
This is Rick Holmes speaking. The certainly is colorful and it grabs your eye, but my eye doesn't know where to focus in on it. There's a lot going on all throughout the image.
The image received a 23. It was the only image in the category. Same judges, please, as we move on to master color abstract, Through the Looking Glass. Reveal. 8, 8, 7.
I really like this. It looks like Venetian blown glass. I just wish we had more of the bright that's at the bottom and less of the dark that's in the middle. The middle part to me just doesn't add anything to the image. That bottom half is beautiful.
The image received a 23. It was the only image in the category. Judges 3, 4, and 5, please. We are going into animal and pets now. We have advanced color animals and pets, Great Blue Heron. Reveal. 887.
This is Rick Holmes again. I think that the bird is very nicely photographed. We've got great detail in the plumage. The eye is in very nice focus. The pink spots at the top are a little bit distracting, and that's why I moved it down from a 9 to an 8.
The image received a 23. It was the only image in the category. Same judges, please. We're going on to commercial now. We will start with advanced monochrome commercial. Bonsai Caruso, 6-time Grammy winning recording and mix engineer. Reveal. 777.
I think compositionally, this is set up pretty good. I like the placement of him. I like the window around him, so it keeps him separate. I like the lines of the buttons leading into the picture. From a commercial standpoint, we should be selling a concept or a thing, and I don't know if we're selling either one of those with this image. We're not selling the Grammy Award because that really doesn't show us anything about Grammys. I think this would have done a little bit better possibly in people category, because it shows he is doing something. It shows what he does for a living. I think that would have been a little bit stronger image, or even a documentary, because there's not a lot of action, or even a little bit of photojournalism. I think just category, we lost a little bit. I will say the skin tones on the face might be a little bit bright, and that could have brought the judges down just a little bit also.
The image received a 21. It was the only image in the category. Judges 1, 2, and 4, please. We are doing master commercial, color commercial, caprese salad. Reveal. 878.
The colors are beautiful. I thought it would have been a stronger image if the right tomato had not been cut off. And same with the oil being cut off at the bottom. That's what brought my score down.
The image received a 23. It was the only image in the category. Same judges, please. We're moving on now to documentary. We'll start with advanced color documentary, Untitled. Reveal. 988.
I like the vertical structure of both the statue and the tree, and especially that they included the little American flag at the bottom. I thought that was a nice touch to be included.
The image received a 25. It was the only image in the category. Judges 2, 4, and 5, please. We're moving on to master or advanced monochrome documentary. All gave some gave all. Reveal. 988.
I like all the leading lines. I like the abstract display of this. The monochrome, I think, really was a good touch, especially with that backlighting, because you have the shadows in the front and the lighting coming from the back right side. I don't think there's a focal point. Maybe if there was a bigger space between something that would give you kind of a focal point instead of just wandering around the whole image, that might have made it a little bit stronger for me. But I mean, 8s and 9s is a good score.
The image received a 25. It was the only image in the category. Judges 2, 3, and 5, please. We're in master color documentary, Old Waterfront. Reveal. 888.
I love the colors in it. It was nice. It's nice and sharp. If I could have seen the tops of all the steeples, that would have made a stronger image for me. But otherwise, it's a beautiful image.
The image received a 24. Same judges, please, for master color documentary, Nelson Ghost Town. Reveal. 787.
I think the long, slim image I like. I love all the action, meaning the cars and the things and the stuff going on. You're at a fine line of, is it too much or is it just right? But I think I like all that. I like the sky. I like your horizon line. It feels a little bit crooked. That's not what I marked you down for. What I marked you down for is this is documentary, and I think you've added a little bit too much HDR or saturation for a documentary image.
The image received a 22. There are 2 images to review for placement, starting with Nelson Ghost Town and going back 1 to Old Waterfront. Judges, a 1 or a 2, please, for Old Waterfront. Reveal. 111. So the judges have chosen Old Waterfront. We're moving into nature wildlife. We'll do judges 1, 3, and 5 for our advanced color nature wildlife, flowers and pods.
I'm sorry, Linda, what were the judges again?
1, 3, and 5. Reveal. 8, 8, 8.
Very nice colors on this. I did not score to 9A because some of the background is a little bit distracting, and I think it would be a stronger image if the flowers were coming in at an angle as opposed to so horizontal.
The image received a 24. On alert. Reveal. 8, 9, 9.
The focus is very nicely on the animal. The head is in very nice focus. I like the light coming in from behind it, sort of outlining parts of the body without overdoing it. I think it's a very nice capture.
The image received a 26. Cactus spring. Reveal. 7, 8, 8.
My concern was on the focus. It looks like it's kind of the top edge of the front piece and a little bit of the second cactus, but none of them look really as sharp as I'd like to see.
The image received a 23. Morning in the garden. Reveal. 9, 8, 9.
I was right on the edge of the 9 and the 8. I like the bee. The bee's pretty much in focus around the head area. Then it kind of fades off, but you see that the flower sticking up is in focus. So your depth of field is really shallow here, which works for this image. I know you're in the right thirds, but the only problem I really have with the image is the two, what is it, Steinman and the flower both going to the corners. It kind of kills your composition. You start out with good composition, but then we kind of had bad composition. So maybe cutting off one of those sides to bring that out a little bit more might help it. But other than that, I like the image.
The image received a 26. The original snorkel. Reveal. 8, 8, 8.
So the 8s are really for the fun in the image because it's fun looking at the elephant. It's fun seeing the other one sticking up, the snorkel, the title, everything kind of goes together and gives us a little excitement and a little wow factor. But really compositionally, you have the elephant right in the middle, which doesn't help any. And then I do not know if you could have done anything else, but with all the tree stumps kind of in line with the head, you know, kind of kills your composition a little bit, as well as having him dead center. But, you know, good scores.
The image received a 24. You have 4 images to review for placement, starting with the original snorkel, going back 1 to Morning in the Garden, going back 2 to On Alert, and going back 1 to Flowers and Pods. Do you need to see those images again, judges?
Please.
Please.
Okay. Flowers and Pods, On Alert, Morning in the Garden, and the original snorkel.
Ready.
Okay. Judges, a 1, 2, 3, or 4, please, for the original snorkel. Reveal. 4, 2, 4. Morning in the Garden. Reveal. 1, 3, 3. On Alert. Reveal. 2, 1, 1. And Flowers and Pods. Reveal. 3, 4, 2. And the judges have chosen On Alert. That was the blue. Morning in the Garden will get the red. And Flowers and Pods, the white. Okay, judges 2, 3, and 4, please. For Master Monochrome Nature Wildlife, Beach Find number 2. Reveal. 7, 8, 8.
I just think for a log like in this kind of image, I would really like to see a lot more detail, texture, and having I guess their footprints are to the right, I think took away from the nature part of it for me.
The image received a 23. It was the only image in the category. Same judges as we move into people now. We'll be starting with intermediate monochrome people. Otavalo Merchant. Reveal. 8, 7, 8.
It's an interesting image of this lady. I guess I would have liked more depth of field so that the scarf and below her chin was in focus, in addition to all the way through the back of the hat.
The image received a 23. It was the only image in the category. Judges 1, 4, and 5, please. We're going on to advanced color people. Firefighter Proud. Reveal. 988.
I gave it an 8 for effort. I like him. I like him holding the fire axe. It's a people category, so the lighting's not as important as per se a portrait would be. But at the same time, you're kind of displaying this more of a portrait, so you would expect a little bit better lighting because you kind of set it up. The biggest problem, I think, is the stuff in the background that going through his head. I was the last one to put up my score because I was trying to look back there and see what was relevant. And it does look like some of those things are relevant. That might be a fire picture behind his head and also a captain or some kind of hat back there. But if you're going to do that, then you really got to have a lot more depth of field so that's in focus and we can tell that a little more. I had to look for it. So good job.
The image received a 25. Old and young. Reveal. 888.
It's a very nice image of the old trucks, and I like the young man's attitude that he's showing in the image. He's captured that very well.
The image received a 24. There are 2 images to review for placement, starting with old and young and going back 1 to Firefighter Proud. Judges, a 1 or a 2, please, for Firefighter Proud. Reveal. 2, 2, 2. And so the judges have chosen old and young. Judges 2, 3, and 5, please. We've arrived at the photojournalism category. We will start with advanced color photojournalism. Saturday morning at the farmer's market. Reveal. 888.
I love the colors. I love the symmetry. The one thing that pulled my score down a little bit, if you hadn't cut off the heads and the people in the far back, I think it would have made a stronger image. But otherwise, I really do enjoy the picture.
The image received a 24 was the only image in the category. Same judges, please, for advanced monochrome photojournalism, Cuban Taxi Depot. Reveal. 999.
Good job. I love the black and white tones throughout the whole image. Across the cars, it's great because you can tell these cars are different colors just by the shades of that gray. All the way up from the sky through the buildings, everything looks great. I would really like to see maybe a little bit more room below the cars. I was a little iffy on that. It didn't hurt this image too much, but I think that would have helped it a little bit. Also, the title was confusing. I had to think about the title. So, you know, this just looks like a car club show or a car club picture to me, which was just as good as not hearing the title rather. So.
The image received a 27. It was the only image in the category. Same judges again for master color photojournalism, QB Target. Reveal. 888.
We have nice action here. There's, I'm not sure about the number 77's hand where it's grabbing, but the quarterback is about to be attacked.
The image received a 24. It was the only image in the category. Judges 1, 3, and 4, please. We've arrived at pictorial. We will start this evening with advanced color pictorial. Frank Gehry Design. Reveal. 988.
Usually pictures of this building kind of creep me out, not because of the picture, but because of the building. But this one I think is very strong. I like the light in the middle. It pulls your eye into the middle of the picture. And the colors, the blues and the purples, I think work very nicely together.
The image received a 25. Lights of Rhine.
Title again?
Lights of Rhine. R-E-I-N-E. Reveal. 998.
I like the use of the lights of the community there as a leading line to take us down then to the mountains in the top left and background.
The image received a 26. Desert sun rays. Reveal. 778.
The backlit nature of the plants is very nice. The spot in the bottom center is distracting. And the sun rays are there. I had to kind of look for them. They weren't obvious to me. I think if the background plants that are out of focus had been darker, it might have made the plants in the foreground stand out more.
The image received a 22. Abandoned. Reveal. 888.
This is a very nice find, having the flowers, multiple types of flowers, it looks like. And the wheels, the nice green background. It's, I'm glad that the photographer saw it and took an image of it.
The image received a 24. Spring has sprung at Sherwood Gardens. Reveal. 778.
There's a lot of interesting material in this picture. I think a different cropping would make it stronger, perhaps losing some of the foreground and some of the top of the image, making it more of a swim line, would have been stronger.
The image received a 22. 21 balloons. Reveal. 977.
It's nice that there are an odd number of balloons. The lighting on the big balloon in the center of the bottom is dark, and if that had been lit better, I think it would have been a much stronger image.
The image received a 23. Layered light. Reveal. 999.
Nice leading lines, nice texture in the sand, nice shadows. This is the type of picture I wish I had taken.
The image received a 27. There are 3 images to review for placement, starting with layered light, going back 5 to Lights of Rhine, and going back 1 to Frank Gehry Design. Judges, a 1, 2, or 3, please, for Frank Gehry Design. Reveal. 3, 3, 3. Lights of Rhine. Reveal. 2, 2, 2. Which means the judges have chosen layered light. Judges 1, 2, and 5, please.
Linda.
Yes.
Could I say something before
Sure.
you give all stuff? So I just want to say to everybody listening, if your images are in here, I would love for you to send me the image, if you can remember the comments from the judges and your score. And I would like to once a month do like a little judges corner and discuss some of the images. So if anybody wants to send those to me, everybody has my email. This is Jerome Hamilton. So just get my email from anyone, and we can do that at some other point. Sorry to interrupt the competition, Linda.
That's okay. But to piggyback on that, if you don't remember the comments that you were given on your image tonight, you can go onto YouTube and view the judging and listen to the comments again and record them. It's very handy to be able to do that. Okay. Once again, we're judges 1, 2, and 5, please, for Master Color Pictorial, Milky Way at Bryce Canyon.
Linda, can you give me all the stuff one more time? What category and division?
This is Master Color Pictorial.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Reveal.
Sorry, I had the wrong one.
999.
I love how the hoodoos are lit. They almost glow. And I also like the fact that they didn't over crunch the Milky Way. I see so many Milky Ways that are just so weird. And this is beautiful. It looks very natural, which I do like.
The image received a 27 was the only image in the category. Same judges, please. We're moving into portraiture now. We have advanced color portraiture, Justine. Reveal. 787.
I love the attempt that you have here. I love the side lighting that you're using. That's the best part of this whole image. It's good we have a light background against her dark hair so we don't lose her head a little bit too much. From her standpoint, she needs to be looking not so far back because we have too much white and not enough pupil. So if her eyes were just a little bit more towards us, and then this whole right side, the door or wall, whatever that may be with the flowers is not helping. I think maybe if that was cut out, that might have moved all the judges up a whole point right there.
The image received a 22. It was the only image in the category. Judges 1, 2, and 3, please. We are now at still life. We will start with advanced color still life. Cupcakes.
Linda, I'm sorry, I zoned out. What judges?
1, 2, and 3.
Thank you.
Reveal. 898.
I think the three cupcakes in the foreground are very nicely photographed. The plate is very nicely photographed. The tray of cupcakes, I think, is superfluous. I think it pulls your eye away from the nice triplet in the foreground. And since it's not in focus, it's distracting to me.
The image received a 25. It was the only image in the category. Same judges, please, for master color still life. Nuts and bolts. Reveal. 988.
I just didn't know where to focus, where to look. I mean, it's really cool. I like it, but I just didn't know where to look. And there's that one really hot spot by the bolt in the upper left. My eye just kept going to that white spot, but otherwise it's a very interesting picture and I overall liked it.
The image received a 25. It was the only image in the category. Moving on to unclassified, we'll stick with the same judges. We will start with intermediate color unclassified, American Pride. Reveal. 887.
I think for an intermediate photographer, this is very well done to keep them in mostly in focus and blurring the background. So I think you were panning. If she had been looking straight ahead instead of away, that would have helped, but you have no control over that. But overall, it's a very good image for, especially for an intermediate photographer.
The image received a 23. It was the only image in the category. Judges 3, 4, and 5, please. We're going into advanced color unclassified, purple calla lily. Reveal. 8, 9, 8.
The diagonal of the flower is nice. Makes it more dynamic than if it had been coming straight up. The in focus part is very nice. I think a little more depth of field would have made it a stronger image, a little bit more of it in focus.
The image received a 25. It was the only image in the category. We've arrived at the club challenge already. This month's club challenge is bird or birds. We will be continuing with judges 3, 4, and 5 for intermediate club challenge. Black winged stilt.
Linda, one more time, just the overall.
Intermediate, judges 3, 4, 5.
Thank you.
Reveal. 9, 9, 9.
I think this is great. I love the reflection, even though it's a broken reflection. It adds a little more interest to the reflection of the bird. I love he's got a little bit of movement. And you see that in the water. We could probably all argue, is it too much in front or not enough in front? But I think this works very well.
The image received a 27. In the Everglades. Reveal. 7, 7, 8.
Yep, I'm a little bit high, and I know that. We're looking at an intermediate image. I think everything's handled well. I like the square presentation. I like the depth and the focus in the feathers. The eye looks like it's in focus, and I guarantee you, I know these other judges scored it down because it's a little bit too bright. So you've lost some of the neck feathers and some of the face feathers around the eye area. Other than that, I think it's a pretty good capture, and you might even be able to adjust this just in Photoshop down a little bit.
The image received a 22. Judges, you have 2 images to review for placement, starting with In the Everglades and going back 1 to Black Winged Stilt. Judges, a 1 or a 2, please, for Black Winged Stilt. Reveal. 1, 1, 1, and the judges have chosen Black Winged Stilt. We are moving into the advanced category, and for that, I would like judges 2, 4, and 5. We will be starting with gray-crowned cranes. Reveal. 999.
Yeah, great image. You know, it's always great to have two subjects that are interacting together, and their interaction is, you know, this is probably the male fluffing his feathers a little bit, but having them looking at each other really adds the dynamic you want in this image. Sky's a little plain, but in this image, it doesn't hurt it at all. So this is a great, great capture.
The image received a 27. Majestic eagle. Reveal. 787.
Lost all the detail on the chin, and the breast seems out of focus to my eyes. The pose is beautiful, but I would prefer a little more in focus and a little more detail in that bright white area.
The image received a 22. White egret. Reveal. 878.
We all just see a little bit different things. We're all right on the same track. Great capture of the bird. Once again, advanced. You're losing the feathers down there towards the butt area. So advanced should be able to recoup that, or at least expose properly in the first place. Also, you got some of these sticks in the front. Since this is a challenge, you can remove that stuff. You don't have to worry about this being a nature image. You can fix those things up and take them out, which will keep our focus on the bird and not on these other little things.
The image received a 23. At Floyd Lamb. Reveal. 877.
So I'll say a word. I think the bird is actually quite sharp, and just picking up on what Jerome said before, you could have actually altered some of the surroundings, and maybe just the stuff in the very right is not really adding that much.
The image received a 22. Anna's hummingbird. Reveal. 989.
I think this is handled very well. A lot of focus around the eye and the head feathers all the way through the beak. I can see actually focus in the belly feathers, and looks like both of the feet might be in focus, the talon. And then we have a little bit of blur in the wings because we know those wings are moving quite fast. I love how you've handled the background throughout. I think it's cropped a little bit tight, but you know, I'd like to give them a little bit more room, but obviously it did not hurt the score of this image.
Image received a 26. Water thickney. Reveal. 888.
I think the bird is presented very well. I like the nice green background. If I had seen just a little more detail in the chest feathers, it would have brought the score up for me because I like the lighting, I like the pose, but I just want a little more detail. I'm picky with feathers on birds, so, but that's what brought it down to an 8 for me.
The image received a 24. Puffins. Reveal. 787.
I like the monochrome application of it. I like the square presentation, and you still kept the birds off a little bit for a little bit of composition. The rock that they're standing on adds composition. This is a great display. I love how you presented the image. Problem is, once again, it looks a little bit soft on one of the birds, maybe a little bit bright in the feathers because we don't have a lot of detail.
The image received a 22. Mama bird with enough worms to feed 5 babies. Reveal. 889.
This definitely is not the prettiest bird we've seen tonight. But you know what? I love how he's standing on the rock. I like the backside lighting coming in. I probably might have guessed what he was holding if it didn't say worms. I think one looks like a worm. The other stuff just looks like stuff. But I like the catch light all down through the chest feathers. Lighting on the rock, great with the background. There's a little line through there, but it's got enough depth of field that it looks really good.
The image received a 25. The Raven. Reveal. 889.
So I've been 9 on the last 2. I'm really liking the effort. I like all the color of the background. I like how you handled the Raven. He is completely black like a silhouette. Most of the tree silhouetted, and that probably would have helped if all the tree was silhouetted. Only thing I don't like is the branches in the top right corner. I think if those, you could take those out easy enough, and I think that would help it a little bit.
The image received a 25.
This is a note. I believe that's a great tailed grackle, but that's okay.
Mhm.
You talking to me? That's the title of the next image.
Oh, okay.
Reveal. 888.
Anybody want to talk? May I say something?
Well, I'll talk, I guess. I would have liked to have seen just a little more depth of field because the eyes are in focus, but the tip of the beak is not, and the chest is in focus, but then we lose the focus further down the chest. So that's why I gave it an 8 instead of a 9, because just not just not enough depth of field.
Image received a 24. It's spring. Reveal. 8, 8, 8.
It's a great composition. I like the focus on the bird and how the branches. I almost had to actually go reach up to my monitor to see if there's something on the monitor. That thing on the top doesn't really quite, it takes the attention away, I think, the insect.
The image received a 24. Mama with her babies. Reveal. 7, 7, 7.
I think the scene is actually very, very interesting. This is one of the things I like to shoot if I can get the opportunity. But while it is a bit too bright, and then some of the parts of the image are actually inexplicably not in focus. I mean, the smaller birds and the log. So if they were in focus, that would make it a better image.
The image received a 21. Judges, you have 4 images to review for placement. You did pretty well. Starting with going back 4 images to the raven. Going back 1 to mama bird with enough worms to feed 5 babies. Going back 3 to Anna's hummingbird, and going back 4 to gray-crowned cranes. I'm sure you'll need to see those again, right? Gray-crowned cranes, Anna's hummingbird, mama bird with enough worms to feed 5 babies, and the raven. We good?
Yep.
Okay. Judges, a 1, 2, 3, or 4, please, for the raven.
Oh, sorry.
Reveal. 4, 4, 4. Mama bird. Reveal. 3, 3, 3. Anna's hummingbird. Reveal. 2, 2, 2.
Hey, I think we're in chorus here.
I was going to say, let me guess. Gray-crowned cranes. 1, 1, 1. And the judges have chosen gray-crowned cranes. For master, if we can have judges 1, 2, and 3, please. Flying duck. Reveal. 888.
This is not the point of view you would normally see in a picture of a bird flying. It's very, I think, unique. And the different colors of the plumage are shown very, very nicely.
The image received a 24. Beach walker. Reveal. 877.
White birds are some of the hardest birds to capture. And again, we've lost the detail in the feathers, and being against that gray background does not highlight him like it should. So that I think was reflected in the scores, but the pose is beautiful and it's mostly in focus. It's just we lost the feather detail.
The image received a 22. Scarlet macaws. Reveal. 988.
The birds are beautifully in focus. With it being a club challenge, you could have cloned out a lot of those branches on the right-hand side, and I think that would have made it a stronger image.
The image received a 25. The Great Egret Crossing. Reveal. 999.
I don't know if this is a composited image or not, but whether it is or not, it's very eye-catching. There's a lot to see in it. They're all headed one direction, which most of them are, which gives a flow to the image. And it's very unique.
The image received a 27. Judges, you have 3 images to review for placement, starting with the Great Egret Crossing, going back 1 to Scarlet Macaws, and going back 2 to Flying Duck. Judges, a 1, 2, or 3, please, for Flying Duck. Reveal. 332. Scarlet Macaws. Reveal. 223. Let me guess. Great Egret Crossing. 111. So the judges have chosen Great Egret Crossing. That's it for this evening. Thank you, judges. Thank you, competition staff. The results for the competition will be included in the July issue of Focal Expressions, which should be out by the end of next week. Jerome, have you got any advertising you would like to give for programs that we've got coming up?
No, I think you caught that at the beginning with Canon. I don't have any of the paperwork in front of me, but we have the Canon
Program educator, product educator.
product educator. Yes.
Yeah, Jeff Limbach.
He is actually doing a program on self-assignments. So I think that's a really good program for everybody to watch because that really goes hand in hand with our club challenge, because our club challenge is always about trying to create something new, and kind of doing a self project yourself is also trying to create your own, own ideas. So I think that'd be good for that. We do have next, the following month in August, we will have Elise Bender from Tamra. She's a Tamron ambassador. So,
and there's a little bit about her program that has been added to the link on the calendar page of what she plans to do talking about wildlife.
Very good. Thank you.
So thank you all. Have a good evening. Thank you, Stephen, for all your hard work in the background. We appreciate it. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Night.
Safe travel.